What's up, everyone? My name's Carter from What's Up English, and welcome to another episode of the Slow and Clear podcast. In this podcast, I'm going to show you what I think is one of, if not the best way to improve your pronunciation. The method I'm going to show you, I believe, will improve your pronunciation more than you ever thought was possible. This method will really help you if you use it. And all you need to do this method is either a computer, a laptop, or even a phone. But before I tell you how to do this method, let me ask you, does this sound like you? All right, you want to start speaking English, so you decide to learn the IPA because many people say, oh, if you're going to speak English, you must learn the sounds. And to learn the sounds, you should learn the IPA, all of the different sounds in English. So you start learning the IPA, you watch a video, and you practice these sounds. And while you're studying these sounds, while you are learning, you feel like you can make the sounds. For example, the person says, yeah, this is E, like C. And then you say, C, easy. But then when you go to actually speak English, these sounds just won't come out. And it feels really frustrating because you learned the sounds, you made the sounds while you were learning them, but now when it comes to actually speaking and communicating in English, your mouth just won't make the sounds that you have in your head. They just don't come out the same way. And this problem is very common because just learning the sounds isn't enough. You also have to practice the sounds. So first you learn it and then you practice it. It's like anything else, you have to practice. For example, many people, when they are learning how to play ping-pong or table tennis, you'll see the way that they practice is they stand with their coach or a machine on the other side of the table, and it just shoots balls at them, and they just practice their swing again and again. And maybe they practice like hundreds or even thousands of times doing that exact same swinging motion again and again. And the reason why they practice like this is to build that muscle memory so they can do that perfect swing without having to consciously think about what they're doing, like where to put their arm, how hard to hit it, what angle, stuff like that. And if we take that same logic and apply it to pronunciation, it's basically the same thing. When we make a sound, our tongue and our mouth has to be in the right position and it has to be quick. We don't have time to think about, oh, I need to put my tongue here and I need to do this for every single word. Speaking a language just happens too fast for us to think about it. So that's why it's really important for us to get that practice in, just like the ping pong swing. But the question is, how do we get that practice? Well, many people do something called shadowing, and you have probably heard of shadowing. Now, shadowing is great. I think it's extremely useful. It's super helpful. I do shadowing to improve my Vietnamese pronunciation. But for practicing specific sounds, it might not be the best method because, first of all, shadowing is a higher level technique. If you are a total beginner, you probably can't do shadowing because it's just too advanced for your level. And if you can do shadowing, then you are probably not a beginner. So the issue that people have with shadowing is that either the content is too fast, or there are too many different words, or it's just too difficult to shadow. And that's why in this video, I'm going to show you a method where you can just practice shadowing one sentence over and over and over again. And this will help you to really, really master those sounds before moving on to other ones. Because again, with shadowing, you're repeating many different words. So if you are struggling with the I sound, for example, and you shadow, then maybe after about 5 minutes of shadowing, you only make that I sound maybe 10 or 15 times. But following the method I'm going to show you, you can take that sound and practice it like 300 times to really, really master it, not only improving your pronunciation, but also improving your English accent. All right, so enough talking about the method. Now I will introduce it to you. So this method is called chorusing. It's like shadowing, but you take one sentence and you repeat it many, many times. Again, it's called chorusing. The way you do this method is you take one sentence and you play it on loop. So the sentence plays again and again. At first, you just listen to the sentence. You hear the sounds and you just absorb it. Try to hear the sounds as accurately as you can. After about a minute of listening to the sounds, then you can start moving your mouth. Not speaking yet, but moving your mouth with the speaker. So for example, if the sentence was, "Hey, how's it going?" then you would listen to that again and again. "Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?" And then you would start moving your mouth like. And then after you have practiced just moving your mouth, then you start actually saying it and try to make your pronunciation as close to the speakers as possible. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do this on your laptop or computer. And if you just have a phone, then the website works pretty much the same on your phone. All right, so let's get started here. The website we are going to use is called audiomass.co. audiomass.co. So as you can see, there are a few things here, but we only need to use about 2 or 3 different features. Now, the hardest part about this method is getting the audio to repeat. You might be wondering, like, where can I find simple English sentences that I can repeat again and again. So first, to show you this, I will do it with the sentences included in my free file called the 48 Most Common English Sentences. If you don't have that, you can download it by clicking the link in the description below. It's the first link at the very top. Okay, so once you have that audio file, just take it and drag it into here. And now you see we have the audio files. I'm going to zoom in by scrolling. And now let's listen to a sentence.
What's up? What's up?
So the first sentence was simply, what's up? If you want to practice that sentence, then just go up here to the top and highlight it like this. I like to highlight near the beginning and then give some space after. And then click the toggle loop button. So now it will loop again and again.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So the way to do this method is first, if you want, you can set a timer for like 5 minutes. But first, you just listen to the sentence or phrase for about a minute. Try your best to hear the sounds. And I'm actually going to do this with a bit of a longer sentence here.
How's it going?
There. How's it going?
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
So right now, I'm just listening to it. Listening, trying to hear the small sounds, like how I say, how's it? How's it going?
How's it going? How's it going?
After you've listened for about a minute, then just start moving your mouth to follow the words like this.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
If it's too fast for you, you can go to Effects, Playback Rate, and just turn it down a little bit to 85. Apply. 85 or 80 should be okay, but it will make it sound a bit weird, like you'll see.
How's it going?
So yeah, it sounds a bit weird, but that's okay. So after you have listened for a minute and then practiced moving your mouth, then it's time to speak along with the phrase or sentence. Actually, instead, I'm going to do undo apply rate. Okay. Gonna turn on the loop and play.
How's it going? How's it going?
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? And when you are doing this, you want to copy everything. You want to copy the speed, the intonation. Like in that sentence, I said, how's it going? How's it going? Like it goes up a lot because it's a friendly, hey, how's it going? Question, right? Now, when you copy it, you can copy it for 2 or 3 minutes, and you can record yourself to hear how you sound compared to the speaker. Now I can move this over and practice with another sentence. So I'm going to move it to this one and play it again.
Long time no see. Long time no see.
Long time no see. Long time no see.
Long time no see.
So if you do this method for even just 5 minutes a day with different sentences, your pronunciation, I can pretty much guarantee, will get so much better. But I know it's difficult to find sentences to say and put it in the software. It's all a bit complicated. So if you are looking for something designed specifically for this, with the looping feature, useful sentences, and even instructions on how to pronounce every sound, then I highly recommend you check out my pronunciation course called the Complete American English Pronunciation Course. In this course, there is a custom video player specifically designed to do this looping feature. And in the course, there are videos for every single sound in the IPA, including difficult sounds like the ending S, the ending ED, and linking words. And not just that, but at the end of every single video, there's a special practice section that has these sentences so you can practice and chorus the sounds that you want to improve. And doing these exercises with real useful daily life sentences will help you to be able to pronounce English in real life. So, if this sounds useful to you, then make sure to check out the course. The link is in the description below, or you can scan this QR code right here. Yeah, I think the course would be super useful for you. I think you'll really like it. So again, if you're interested, just click the link in the description below. Now, to recap on this whole chorusing method, what you want to do is first find a phrase or sentence that you want to practice. Then play that sentence on loop again and again. If it's too fast, you can adjust the speed. At the beginning, just listen. Listen and try to hear all of the sounds in the sentence. After a minute of listening, start moving your mouth to match the speed of the speaker. Finally, you start repeating the sentence at the exact same speed and intonation of the speaker. Just try to sound exactly like them. Now, if you do this for 30 days and you do 5 minutes with a new sound every day, that will give you like hundreds, possibly even thousands of repetitions for every single sound. Just try not to do sentences with the same sounds. Do sentences, for example, how's it going? And then the next day, you could do a sentence like, where are you from? Right? Just as long as they're a little bit different and have some different sounds, some different words, then you will get a ton of practice with all of the sounds in English. So I really hope this was useful for you. I hope it wasn't too complicated. And speaking of IPA, if you want to learn all the sounds in the English IPA, then just click this link right here. That's my IPA video. But other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.